The journey of a relationship often begins with a spark of chemistry and a series of exciting firsts. But the transition from a casual connection to a profound, long-term partnership is marked by subtle shifts in behavior and mindset. Understanding whether a man is simply enjoying the present moment or is actively weaving you into the fabric of his long-term vision is essential for any woman seeking emotional security and clarity. When a man begins to dream of a future with you, his perspective shifts from me to us, and his actions start to reflect a desire for permanency rather than just temporary companionship. This psychological evolution is often quiet, manifesting in the way he speaks, the way he plans, and the way he integrates you into the most private corners of his life. It is not just about the grand romantic gestures. It is about the consistent, functional ways he prepares for a life where you are his primary partner, his confidant, and his home. Recognizing these signs requires an attuned eye for detail and an understanding of male psychology in the context of commitment. Many men are conditioned to be providers and planners, and when they find a woman they truly value, they instinctively begin to future-proof the relationship. This involves everything from emotional vulnerability to logistical transparency. They start sharing their deepest ambitions, not to brag, but to see if your goals align with theirs. They introduce you to their inner circle because they need their village to recognize you as a permanent fixture. They even begin to adapt their physical environment and daily routines to accommodate your presence, signaling that they are no longer living for themselves alone. This shift is a profound compliment. It indicates that he sees you as a high-value partner worth building a legacy with. By exploring these 15 key indicators, you can gain a deeper understanding of where you stand and whether his heart is truly set on a lifetime by your side. These signs serve as a roadmap, helping you distinguish between someone who is just passing through and someone who is ready to go the distance. When a man is dreaming of your future, he doesn't just hope you'll be there. He works to ensure it, making decisions today that protect the we of tomorrow. This intro sets the stage for a deep dive into the psychological markers of a man who is ready to move past the uncertainty of dating and into the solid, rewarding territory of a shared life. Whether it is the way he handles conflict or the one-day scenarios he describes, each sign is a brick in the foundation of a future he is already building in his mind. The journey of a relationship often begins with a spark of chemistry and a series of exciting firsts. But the transition from a casual connection to a profound, long-term partnership is marked by subtle shifts in behavior and mindset. Understanding whether a man is simply enjoying the present moment or is actively weaving you into the fabric of his long-term vision is essential for any woman seeking emotional security and clarity. When a man begins to dream of a future with you, his perspective shifts from me to us, and his actions start to reflect a desire for permanency rather than just temporary companionship. This psychological evolution is often quiet, manifesting in the way he speaks, the way he plans, and the way he integrates you into the most private corners of his life. It is not just about the grand romantic gestures. It is about the consistent, functional ways he prepares for a life where you are his primary partner, his confidant, and his home. Recognizing these signs requires an attuned eye for detail and an understanding of male psychology in the context of commitment. Many men are conditioned to be providers and planners, and when they find a woman they truly value, they instinctively begin to future-proof the relationship. This involves everything from emotional vulnerability to logistical transparency. They start sharing their deepest ambitions, not to brag, but to see if your goals align with theirs. They introduce you to their inner circle because they need their village to recognize you as a permanent fixture. They even begin to adapt their physical environment and daily routines to accommodate your presence, signaling that they are no longer living for themselves alone. This shift is a profound compliment. It indicates that he sees you as a high-value partner worth building a legacy with. By exploring these 15 key indicators, you can gain a deeper understanding of where you stand and whether his heart is truly set on a lifetime by your side. These signs serve as a roadmap, helping you distinguish between someone who is just passing through and someone who is ready to go the distance. When a man is dreaming of your future, he doesn't just hope you'll be there. He works to ensure it, making decisions today that protect the we of tomorrow. This intro sets the stage for a deep dive into the psychological markers of a man who is ready to move past the uncertainty of dating and into the solid, rewarding territory of a shared life. Whether it is the way he handles conflict or the one-day scenarios he describes, each sign is a brick in the foundation of a future he is already building in his mind. 1. He uses we instead of I. Language is a window into a person's subconscious, and a shift from singular to plural pronouns is a profound marker of psychological integration. When a man begins to consistently use the word we when discussing upcoming events, whether it's a dinner party next weekend or potential move across the country, he is no longer viewing his life as an independent unit. He has mentally merged his identity with yours. This linguistic shift signifies that he is dreaming of a future where you are a permanent fixture, not an optional guest. In his mind, your presence is so assumed that the concept of an I without a you feels incomplete. This we-talk often happens naturally, without him even realizing it, proving that his internal blueprint for the future has been rewritten to include you as a core partner. It shows he is thinking about the long-term logistics of a shared existence, moving past the temporary nature of dating and into the solid territory of a committed union where decisions are made as a collective. 2. He shares long-term career and life goals. When a man opens up about his deepest ambitions, he isn't just making conversation. He is presenting his life's roadmap for your inspection. Sharing career goals, financial milestones, or personal legacy aspirations is a way of asking if your own roadmap aligns with his. By being transparent about where he wants to be in 5 or 10 years, he is inviting you to see if there is space for you in that vision. This level of vulnerability suggests he is dreaming of a future where your paths continue to run parallel. He wants to ensure that his definition of success matches yours, or at least complements it, so that no major surprises arise down the road. It's a strategic move born out of a desire for longevity. He isn't just looking for someone to spend Friday nights with. He's looking for a partner to build a kingdom with, and he wants to make sure you are on board with the blueprint before the foundation is even finished being poured. 3. He introduces you to family and closest friends. Introducing a partner to family and childhood friends is one of the most significant vetting processes in a relationship. These people are the gatekeepers of his past and the pillars of his current life. When he brings you into this inner circle, he is testing the waters of integration. He wants to see how you fit into the existing fabric of his world because he envisions you being there for the long haul. This isn't just about a quick meeting. It's about establishing a connection between you and the people who know him best. If he is dreaming of a future with you, he needs his village to know who you are. He is effectively signaling to his loved ones that you are someone of high importance, potentially a future member of the family yourself. By bridging the gap between his private life and his social or familial life, he is making a statement that he sees you as a permanent part of his world. 4. He asks for your opinion on major life decisions. A man who is dreaming of a future with you understands that his decisions will eventually become your decisions. When he consults you on high-stakes choices, such as whether to take a new job, buy a specific car, or move to a different neighborhood, he is treating you as his primary advisor. This demonstrates a high level of respect for your intellect and your intuition. But more importantly, it shows that he considers your happiness a variable in his own success. He doesn't want to make a move that would negatively impact the life you are building together. By seeking your input, he is acknowledging that your lives are intertwined and that your perspective is vital to his decision-making process. This collaborative approach is a hallmark of a long-term partnership mindset, indicating that he no longer views himself as a lone actor, but as part of a team where both members have a say in the direction of the future. 5. He remembers small details about your dreams. When a man is truly invested in someone, he becomes a student of their personality. He doesn't just hear your words, he catalogs them. If he remembers a passing comment you made about a specific business you want to start, a place you want to travel, or a fear you want to overcome, it's because he is mentally preparing to support those dreams. Dreaming of a future together means dreaming of your future just as much as his own. He is looking for ways to be the wind beneath your wings. This attention to detail proves that he isn't just focused on how you fit into his life, but how he can contribute to yours. It's an act of emotional devotion that shows he is thinking about your long-term happiness. When he brings up these details later, or surprises you with something related to an old conversation, he is showing you that your future matters to him as much as his own. 6. He makes effort to resolve conflicts constructively. In short-term or casual relationships, people often avoid conflict or walk away when things get difficult because the investment isn't high enough to justify the stress. However, a man who is dreaming of a future with you will fight for the relationship, not against you. He views conflict resolution as maintenance for a long-term structure. He wants to clear away misunderstandings and build better communication habits because he knows that we have many years ahead. He doesn't just want to be right, he wants to be together. This commitment to working through the messy parts of a relationship is a clear indicator of his long-term intent. He is practicing the skills necessary for a lifelong partnership. By choosing to stay and talk through the hard stuff rather than checking out emotionally, he is proving that he values a relationship's future more than his own ego or temporary comfort. 7. He includes you in holiday and vacation planning. Planning months in advance is a massive sign of security and long-term vision. When a man asks you about your plans for Christmas, Thanksgiving, or a summer trip that is still half a year away, he is essentially booking your time and his future. This removes the uncertainty of the relationship. He isn't worried that you won't be around in 6 months. He is assuming you will be. This type of planning is a functional way of dreaming about a future together. It creates shared milestones and traditions that anchor the relationship. It also shows that he wants to share his most precious time, his leisure and family time, with you. By coordinating his schedule with yours so far in advance, he is making a commitment to the continuity of the relationship, signaling that he sees you as his primary partner for all life's celebrations and escapes. 8. He shows genuine interest in your family history. A man who is dreaming of a future with you wants to understand the roots that made you who you are today. By asking about your childhood, your parents' relationship, and your family traditions, he is gathering the context necessary to build a life with you. He knows that your past influences your future behaviors and values. This genuine curiosity is a sign that he is thinking about the integration of two families. He wants to know how to navigate your world just as much as he wants you to navigate his. This isn't just polite small talk. It's a deep dive into your heritage and your emotional foundation. He is looking for the why behind your personality, which is essential information for someone who plans to be by your side for decades. It shows he is preparing for the day when your family becomes his family, and he wants to be ready for it. 9. He talks about what kind of parent he wants to be. While not every couple wants children, for those who do, this is a major indicator of future thinking. If a man begins to share his philosophies on parenting, how he would discipline, what values he would instill, or even how many kids he wants, he is opening up a dialogue about the ultimate long-term commitment. Even if he isn't asking you to have kids right this second, he is interviewing the idea of a family with you. He is checking for compatibility on one of life's most significant choices. By sharing these thoughts, he is visualizing a household and a legacy that involves you. It's a very vulnerable topic, and discussing it indicates that he sees you as a potential partner in the most serious sense of the word. He is dreaming of the ultimate future, one that extends beyond the two of you and into the next generation. 10. He creates space for you in his physical home. The physical environment is often a reflection of the mental environment. When a man starts clearing out a drawer for you, leaving a toothbrush at his place, or even asking for your help in picking out furniture or decor, he is literally making room for you in his life. He is moving away from the bachelor pad mindset and toward a shared home mindset. This is a tangible sign that he is dreaming of a future where you live together. By incorporating your taste and your needs into his living space, he is signaling that his home is no longer just his, it's a place for you too. This physical integration is often a precursor to more formal commitments. It shows that he is comfortable with your presence in his most private and personal space and that he wants to make sure you feel at home there, because he hopes you'll stay. 11. He supports your personal growth. A man who is only interested in the present might feel threatened by your growth or change, fearing it might lead you away from him or shift the power dynamics of the relationship. However, A man who is dreaming of a future with you wants you to be the best version of yourself, realizing that your individual evolution only strengthens the foundation of the partnership. He knows that for a bond to last decades, both individuals must evolve, adapt, and reach for their highest potential. This is why he encourages your career moves, your academic pursuits, your new hobbies, and even your self-improvement journeys, even if it means he sees you less often in the short term. He views your personal success as the relationship's collective success. This unwavering support is a sign of deep emotional security and a long-term investment. He isn't just looking for someone to fill a static role in his life today. He is looking for a dynamic partner he can grow old with, and he understands that requires supporting each other's individual dreams along the way. Whether you are changing career paths, going back to school, or simply developing a new interest that requires time and dedication, he stands by you as your primary cheerleader. His encouragement is a testament to his belief in your shared future, signaling that he is not afraid of who you are becoming because he plans to be there through every version of you. He invests in your happiness because he knows that a fulfilled, growing partner is the key to a healthy, enduring life together. 12. He refers to one-day scenarios. The phrase, one day, is the language of dreams and long-term projection. When a man uses it to describe things you'll do together, like one day we should buy a house like that, or one day I'll take you to the Amalfi Coast, he is actively projecting your relationship into the distant future. These aren't just empty promises or casual daydreams. They are mental rehearsals of a life spent entirely together. He is constantly scanning the world for experiences, locations, and milestones that he wants to share with you in the years to come. This shows that his imagination is already populated with images of you by his side, proving that he doesn't see an end date to what you have. Instead, he sees a horizon filled with possibilities that only become meaningful if you are there to share them. These one-day comments are his way of inviting you into his private daydreams and checking to see if you are dreaming of the same things. It demonstrates that he is thinking about the progression of your lives, moving beyond the immediate gratification of the next date and into the realm of shared history. By articulating these future visions, he is building a bridge between your current reality and a long-term destiny. He is signaling that he has already decided you are worth the wait, the effort, and the planning required to make those one-day scenarios a reality. 13. He is financially transparent. Money is one of the most common points of friction in long-term relationships, and a man who is serious about a future will often be proactive about financial transparency long before it is officially required. If he begins to share details about his income, his debts, his savings goals, or his investment strategies, he is moving past the surface-level dating phase and into the partnership phase. He is showing you the unfiltered reality of what a life with him would look like from a practical, grounded standpoint. This level of honesty is a sign of high trust and serious intent. It's an invitation to see the gears behind his life. He doesn't want there to be any hidden surprises, skeletons, or logistical hurdles if and when you decide to merge your lives more formally. By discussing future financial stability, he is proving that he is thinking about the hard logistics of a shared future, mortgages, retirement planning, emergency funds, and general security, rather than just the fleeting romance of the present moment. This transparency shows he respects you enough to treat you as an equal stakeholder in his life's journey. He is essentially saying that his resources are part of the future he wants to build with you, and he wants you to feel secure in the knowledge that he is planning for a stable, comfortable life for the both of you. 14. He consistently shows up during difficult times. True commitment isn't found in the highlight reels or the easy, fun dates. It's found in the trenches of real life. When a man consistently shows up for you when you're sick, stressed, overwhelmed by work, or grieving a loss, he is proving that he is future-proof. He is showing you that he is capable of being the reliable partner you need for the in sickness and in health parts of life. Dreaming of a future together means accepting the reality that life won't always be easy or aesthetically pleasing. By being your rock during the unglamorous, difficult times, he is demonstrating that he is prepared for the long haul and the unpredictable nature of time. He isn't just there for the best version of you. He is there for all of you, including the parts that are messy or struggling. This consistency builds the foundation of trust necessary for a lifelong bond, proving that his feelings aren't dependent on circumstances. It's his way of saying, "I'm not going anywhere, no matter what the future throws at us." This reliability is a clear indicator that he sees you as his person, and he is willing to put in the emotional labor required to sustain a relationship through the inevitable highs and lows of a shared existence. He is proving his worth as a life partner by being present when it matters most. 15. He looks at you with peace and belonging. There is a specific, unmistakable kind of look a man gives a woman when he feels he has finally found his home. It's fundamentally different from a look of pure lust, infatuation, or excitement. It's a look of profound peace and belonging. When he watches you in quiet, mundane moments, reading a book, sleeping, or laughing with friends, and you catch him with a soft, contented smile, he is likely dreaming of the future. In those moments, he is realizing that he doesn't want to look at anyone else for the rest of his life. This gaze signifies total emotional safety and the end of his search for a partner. He feels settled with you, a state of mind where the restlessness of the dating world has been replaced by the comfort of deep connection. This sense of belonging is the ultimate indicator that he is dreaming of a future with you because he can no longer imagine a future that feels this right without your presence. You aren't just someone he's dating or temporary companion. You are the destination he's been looking for. This look is in silent admission that he sees you as his family, his sanctuary, and his future. It's the visual representation of a man who has decided that wherever you are, that is where his future belongs.